Good morning, everyone. Do you remember these two entrepreneurs? They went to Vienna with this crazy idea about transportation for kids. So what happened after 3 months? Well, actually, many things happened. And COVID-19 arrived, and that basically sent everybody home, including our kids. So now the families are facing new problems. So they used to have problems with time, with trust, and now there is a new issue, a new challenge with the school transportation due to the lack of services and fear of contagion. But this didn't stop us at all. So when we came back from Vienna, we started prototyping. So we discussed with families, we discussed with our mentors, and we produced several versions, several mock-ups in order to find a solution for these problems. And of course, during this time, we didn't forget about the families. So we create a very interesting and engaging content to keep for families to keep their children active, such as, for instance, this activity Camino al Cole on Childfy to simulate the way to the school, another type of applications or tools for families to use during this during the crisis. And on top of this, we also developed our very first functional MVP. So during this time, we also lost our CTO. And we managed to hire a new one. We managed to hire Andre. So Andre did a great job within a record time. We had our MVP launched already on a web-based application for connecting families based on their clubs, academias, or centers where they bring their kids to. And that basically generates kind of more trust because we realize that families trust way more other families rather than external people. And it's also a great opportunity for clubs and centers to capture families and to talk about Childfy to those. Of course, we validated all these during this time. As well, we scheduled one-to-one interviews, online ones this time, providing access to the platform. And we did this exercise with more than 25 families, with around 15 schools and clubs, thanks to our hosting institution, Lanoria. So during this time, we figured out our buyer persona, but this time it was for real. So now we have Susana, in which she has a family in which both parents are working, and they have very little support from their family. And she actually said, I will be your first client. We are always struggling to bring our kids to all their activities. And then on the other hand, we have also Antonio. Antonio is a separated father, like 70% of the families with kids in Spain. And he lives quite far from his ex-wife. So he's always traveling with his kids. And he's also facing a schedule incompatibilities. So now I'm gonna show you the solution that we developed for the families. It is a mobile app. And we did this thanks to our new incorporation as well in the team, Christian. He is an expert in UX, UI design. So with him, we figured out the best way to really engage with families based on the clubs or the academias, as you can see in the screen, by having also different pickup locations for our kids. You can check the profile of the family offering the service. And of course, you can offer and request these trips, and these trips can be easily filtered based on those kind of predefined destinations, which are the clubs and centers. So it really works in both directions. Families can easily download and use the app, but then we have also the clubs inviting families to be part of this Childfy community. So this is when the magic happens. So when there is an existing trip, so they can easily follow, families can easily follow their kids on the way. And of course, there is a kind of a chat functionality for families to arrange all the details and to sign the authorization form required for the trip. The list of kind of favorite clubs for the families, And you can even have more than one addresses, as you can see in the screen in here. So talking about the market size, we have 6.6 million children between 4 and 16 years old in Spain, and we are targeting 4,000 for the first year. In our business model, we have kind of B2C, like families paying a fee suggested by the app based on the distance, and we take a 15% commission, including an insurance. And then we have on the other side, we have B2B. So we have schools and clubs that they pay a monthly subscription fee based on the number of users. So Childfy is not alone in this arena. So we have quite a few startups based in US that they are focusing more on a kind of a taxi for kids. Then we have kind of babysitter platforms that they are also operated here in Spain. And somewhere in the middle, we have this Go Kids solution, which is a carpooling solution for families. But the added value or the value proposition of Childfy is this connection, this network of families based on their schools, based on their clubs or centers where they kids go to. And this is kind of the predefined destinations for families. So this is the progress that we made so far during these 3 months. So in April, we launched our MVP, and during May, we validated with families and clubs. And right now we are working on the graphical design of our mobile app, as I showed you before. The first trial will be done in July. We have an enormous opportunity, a great opportunity right now in front of us, because very few schools will be open actually for the summer reinforcement program. So there will be kids traveling from other schools to the ones that are opening and running this program right now. So we have an agreement already with 5 schools in Marbella that would like to try our solution. So what you can see also on the screen is the KPIs that we will take into account when developing this kind of first trial. But then the magic of the real pilot will take place in September, okay, when the school season will start. And we are planning to run the pilot not only here in Malaga, but also in Seville, where we have very good connections with families and schools. And last but not least, we are also planning to give it a try in rural areas. We are focusing on urban areas, but our hosting institution is very kind to try it out. So this solution to target the issue of rural depopulation in rural areas, and tried our solution in more than 30 schools. So here are the next steps. We are planning to launch, physical product launch will be in September. And then we also plan to jump into the Portuguese market by the end of this year. Of course, none of this will be possible without a great team. And as you can see in the screen, the team has grown very rapidly during the last 3 months. And I would like to highlight the commitment from our hosted institution, La Noria. They have been very supportive throughout the process, and they help us to build more trust on our service, making this connection with families and schools. And of course, our advisors from the HiReach program and others. So all this hard work is going to make their dreams come true, thanks to Childfy. So we are really looking forward to move to the next phase. Thank you to HiReach.